Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to check whether an year is a leap year or not. So how to write a Java program to check whether the year entered by the user as an input, okay, is either a leap year or it is not a leap year. How to find that out? In order to write that program, guys, we have to have some basic knowledge about the leap year. Then only we'll be able to write the programming logic in Java for the leap year to check whether a particular year is leap year or not. Okay. So what is the concept here? So what is this leap year basically? Any year, okay, which is divisible by 4. Okay. If it is divisible by 4, and not divisible by 100, it's directly a leap year days. Okay. If you find any particular year which can be divisible by 4 and at same time it is not divisible by 100, then you can directly consider that particular year as leap year. But there may be another condition also is there. That is, if in case a particular year is divisible by 4, but what if in case it is also divisible by 100? Okay, if it is also divisible by 100, then it may not be a leap year, guys, until and unless it's also divisible by 400. Okay, when you divide a leap year or any year, otherwise, okay, if you divide any year by 4 and you're getting the remainder as 0, and same time when you divide that particular year by 100, whatever the year that is being divisible by 4, you're also dividing that particular year by 100. And if you're not getting the remainder as 0, then you can directly consider that particular year as a leap year. But there may be other case where a particular year is divisible by 4, which is giving the remainder as 0 and dividing by 4, and at same time when you divide that particular year with 100 also, it's giving the remainder as 0. In that case, if this kind of year which is divisible by 4 and 100 need to be a leap year, then we have to make sure that we have to divide that year by 400. If it is also resulting in 0, then only that is a leap year, guys. If a particular year is divisible by both 4 and 100 and resulting in remainder as 0, then if it is also divisible by 400 and giving remainder as 0, then only we can consider that as a leap year. Okay. But here it is not required, guys. If it is divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100, there is no need of checking with 400 here. But if a particular year is divisible by 4 and also 100, it's remaining, giving remainder as 0, then in that case, to confirm that it is a leap year, an extra step we have to check here is the same year which is divisible by 4 and 100 should also be get divisible by 400 by giving the remainder as 0. Okay, otherwise it's not going to be a leap year, guys. Okay, so these are the two conditions, guys, with program by writing the Java program in a practical way. I'll also explain it again, these two steps. Okay, these two steps are very critical to write the Java program here. Further, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE, guys. And here in the Eclipse IDE, I'm going to create a new class. Okay, the new class, I'll just say check leap year, some kind of random name. Okay, I'm giving check leap year demo. I am saying check leap year demo. Okay, with main method, I'm going to create, click on finish. And once I create that, sorry, I created somewhere else, guys. Sorry, I'll delete this from here. I don't want it to create here under this package. Here already a package is created. I'll select a proper package and create that leap year demo. Okay, program. With main method, I'll create. Inside the main method, I'm going to write some logic, guys. Okay, what is the logic? I would like to collect the year as an input from the user. Scanner is equal to new scanner. Scanner is equal to new scanner. Okay, system.in. Okay, scanner is equal to new scanner system.in. Control Shift O. Then simply I'll write on scanner dot next int. Okay, this particular next int method of the scanner class will accept the input from the user in integer format. And before that, I'll just write a print statement to help the users to enter the leap year. Enter any year. Okay, enter any year. And I would like to check whether this particular year entered by the user is a leap year or not. Here we'll get the input as a year. Okay, year. Some year we are getting, whether that is a leap year or not, we have to write the logic. Once you collect the input, you can close the scanner object, guys. And after that, here you write the logic for checking whether this particular inputted year by the user when we run the program, okay, is a leap year or not. For that, I'll write the code here. First thing that you have to check whether the particular year is a leap year or not is that if year modulus, okay, 4, if you are dividing the inputted year by 4, it should result in the remainder 0, guys. Then only we can proceed further. The basic condition is the particular year should be divisible by 4 by giving the remainder as 0, okay. Then there is a possibility that this particular year is a leap year. And the next thing is, what if in case this year is completely divisible by 4, giving the remainder as 0? What if in case the year is also, the same year is also, okay, divisible by 100 and also giving 0? In this case, an extra check is required, guys, okay? In this case, an extra check is required, okay? If year is divisible by 4 and giving remainder as 0, that's okay. But here else case I'll write. If this particular year which is divisible by 4 giving remainder is 0, okay, is not giving the remainder 0, the same year which is when divided by 4 is giving remainder 0 is not giving the remainder 0 when the same year is being divided by 100. In that case, definitely it is a leap year, guys, okay? Definitely only 4 but not 100 means it's definitely a leap year. So here I'll write down, guys, boolean leap year is equal to false. Initially I'll mention it false, but in this case when the particular year is divisible by 4 by giving the remainder as 0, and also the particular year when divided by 100, okay, is not giving the remainder as 0. If it is not, okay, then directly it is a leap year, guys, okay? Here I'll say leap year is equal to true, else, okay? I'll change the value to true in this case, okay? When it is completely divisible by 4 by giving the remainder 0 but not getting divisible by 100, okay, not getting divisible by 100 in such a way of giving the remainder as 0, directly it's a leap year, guys. Directly it's a leap year. But what if in case in this scenario where the year is divisible by 4, completely divisible by 4 by giving the remainder as 0, at same time divisible by 100 and also giving the remainder as 0, an extra check that you have to do here is, if that particular year is also, okay, if that particular is also divisible by 400 and giving the remainder as 0, then only it is a leap year, guys, okay? Then only it is a leap year. If it is divisible by 100, we have to also check whether it is divisible by 400 also. Else if it is divisible by 4, if it is divisible by 100 but not divisible by 400, in that case it is not a leap year, okay? In that case it is not a leap year, guys. This kind of logic we have to write, guys. Here I have to mention false, okay? Anyhow, if it is not divisible by 4, anyhow it is a leap it's not a leap year, guys, okay? By default it is boolean false only there. In order to go to this if condition, right, if it has to be first divisible by 4, if it is only divisible by 4 but not divisible by 100, directly it is a leap year. But if it is divisible by 4 and divisible also by 100, then an extra check we have to check to confirm that is a leap year is that it should also be divisible by 400. If it is divisible by 100, then only it will be a leap year. But if it is divisible by 4, if it is divisible by 100 but not divisible by 400, then it is not a leap year, okay? This is a logic for the leap year, guys. This is a logic for leap year. I'll take some examples from Google for some examples of the years which are leap years and which are not leap years, and prove you that this program is working fine. So here at the end, I'll write down if, okay, if this particular leap year, if it is true means system.out.println year is a, whatever the year that is inputted by user is a leap year, okay? Else system.out.println that particular year is not a leap year. Like this I have to write, okay? Now run the code. Let's try with some, what about this year 2024, is that a leap year or not? Let's see. 2024. Press enter. Is a leap year, guys. Okay. What about I give some other number like 2023? 2023 is not a leap year. It's working fine a bit, but let's take some examples. Okay. Let's take some examples. Give some years to check. Okay. Give some years as an input to my Java program, which will check for leap year. Test years. Okay. We'll check for leap year. Okay. Let's see if any example leap years will be given. You see, here are some test years as input here. We'll check whether for leap year 2000. Let's give 2000. It should be a leap year. All these years are the leap years, most probably. Okay. Yeah. I'll give all these years to see whether it's being given as a leap year or not. Right click run as. First one I am giving as an input is a leap year. Correct. Second thing, 2004. Okay. Okay. Let me run it again. Right click run as Java application. Click run as Java application. Here also I'm giving presenter is a leap year. Correct. 2008. Right click run as Java application. It's a leap year. 2012. Right click run as Java application. 2012 is a leap year. Right click run as Java application. 2016. All these are coming as leap years, guys, because they are divided. They can be divisible by 4 and they are not divisible by 100. So hence directly they are leap years. All these examples are divisible. This particular thing is different, guys. Okay. When compared to 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2024, 2020, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, everything is like, they are divisible by 4, but they are not divisible by 100. But the first one is divisible by 4 at same time divisible by 400 100. If it is divisible by 100, then if it is also divisible by 400, then only it's going to be a leap year. Since it is divisible by 4 and divisible by 100 is also divisible by 400, then on because of which only this particular year is a leap year. Okay, give some test years as input to check. Okay, test non-leap years. Let's find it out, some crazy inputs here. Yeah, 1900. You see, I don't know whether 1800s. Take 1800, guys. Is 1800 divisible by 4? First of all, 4 4 is a 16. 4 4 16, 20. 4 5 is a 20. It's divisible by 4, guys. If it is divisible by 100 also, yes. Zeros are there, means 2 zeros means divisible by 100, 18 times. But is it divisible by 400? 400, 4 is a 1600, not divisible. Hence, it is not a leap year. This is a case where a kind of case where it should give us that it's not a leap year, guys. Right click run as Java application, run the code here. It should say it's not a leap year. Our program is working perfectly fine now. Okay, this kind of stuff where they are divisible by 4, but 4 and also divisible by 100 but not divisible by 400, then it is not a leap year. Okay, you have to see like that. Okay, the extra check we have to do, guys, if that particular year is not only divisible by 4 but also divisible by 100, then if it is divisible by such kind of number which is divisible by 400 and 4 and 100, if it is also divisible by 400, then only it is a leap year. But if it is not divisible by 400, such kind of number divisible by 400, if it's not divisible by 400, then it's not a leap year, guys. And if it is directly divisible by 4 and it's not divisible by 100, etc., directly it is a leap year, guys. Directly it is a leap year. Okay, as you can clearly see, if it is divisible by 4 but not divisible by 100, directly it is a leap year. Okay, so this kind of code we have to write, guys, in the Java program, and we should have the concept and knowledge about the leap year to explain this program in the interviews, etc. So the most commonly asked question in the interviews, as usual, okay, to find whether a particular year is a leap year or not. Okay, so to summarize, we'll do one thing, guys, that is before that you take the screenshot of this code, guys. If you want to practice this particular code in your machine, to take the screenshot of this particular code. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this particular code. I'll just wait for a while. Hope you guys have taken the screenshot of this code, guys. Okay, so that you can practice in your machine. I'll also provide this as part of the notes here. As part of the notes also, I'll provide You can take the notes also. Okay. And the next thing here is, the final thing that I want to explain here is how to check whether a particular year is a leap year or not. Leap year, how to check a particular year is a leap year. Okay. Year, we have to divide the year by year percentile 4. When you divide the year by 4, if it is resulting in 0, okay, it may be a leap year. It may be a leap year. Sometimes it may not be a leap year if it is divided by 4 also. So if it is divisible by 4 by giving the remainder as 0, but if that particular year, which is divisible by 4 completely by giving the remainder as 0 when divided by 100, okay, when divided by 100 is not equal to 0. Okay, if it is not equal to 0, by 4 it is giving the remainder as 0. When divided by 4, it is giving the remainder as 0. But when divided by 100, it's not giving the remainder 0. Then directly it is a leap year. It is a leap year, guys. Okay, it is a leap year. Okay. But what if a particular year when divided by 4 is giving the remainder as 0, and the same particular year when divided by 100 is also 100 also giving 0, but when divided by 100 is also given by 0. Here we cannot confirm that it's really a leap year. Okay. How to confirm whether a particular year which is divided by 4 and giving remainder as 0 and divided by 100 and giving the remainder as 0 as a leap year? For that, one more check we have to do. What if this particular year which is divided by 4 is giving remainder as 0 and divided by 100 is giving remainder as 0, but when divided by such kind of number, when divided by 4 and 100 giving remainders as 0, when divided by 400 is not giving the remainder as 0, in this case, not a leap year. Not a leap year. This is a case we have to confirm that it is not a leap year. Okay. It's not a leap year. Okay. Then, yeah, here I'll just improve this diagram a bit. I'll tell you a few more things. What if this particular year, which is divisible by 4 and also divisible by 100 by giving the remainders as 0, in such cases, if the same year is also when divided by 400 is also giving the remainder as 0, in this case it is a leap year, guys. In this case it is a leap year. Okay, it's an extra step. And also here on the top, here to rule out if a particular year is when divided by 4 is giving 0 is a leap year, but when the same year when divided by 4 as an initial check is not giving the remainder as 0, then it is not a leap year. It's not a leap year. Not a leap year. Okay. You can give some number which is not divided by 4, guys. It's not a leap year directly. If it is divided by 4, but not divided by 100, then leap year. If divided by 4, but divided by 100, then another check is that if it is being divided by 400, then it's a leap year. If not divided by 400, it's not a leap year. Okay. So I'll just reduce the font a bit. 75. You can take this diagram also, guys. You can take this diagram. Guys, you can take this diagram. Okay, this particular diagram you can take a screenshot of. Okay, I'll also Control A, Control C. I'll put this in the notes, guys. I'll put this inside the notes. Here I'll put. Okay, so that you can understand. This diagram is very important. How it's come? Control V. Okay, I'm getting the diagram. Yes. Okay, this is a diagram to find or check whether a particular year is a leap year or not. So guys, with practical demonstration here also in the program, guys, if you want to write like this, okay, if you want to directly write down if year, this is a if block. Here also you can write an else block. It's optional, guys, because anyhow leap year by default is false, whether you write it here or not. If you clearly want to mention every logic, you can write leap year is equal to false here. Okay, it's not divided by when divided by 4 is not giving the remainder as 0, it's definitely not a leap year. Okay, this is a logic, guys. This is a logic. This is the main core part of the logic, which will decide whether a particular year is a leap year or not. Okay, so with practical demonstration, I'll just update this code a bit here in the notes. Okay, and also you can take the screenshot of this code, guys. You can also take the screenshot of this code. This main method code, you can take the screenshot of the updated code. So hope, guys, you have taken the screenshot of this particular code with practical demonstration. I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.